Hello and welcome to How The Sims 4 Has Failed Me Part 3. If you haven't watched the previous parts, now would probably be the time to go and do it. This time we're talking about simulation simplification. Or rather, how everything in The Sims 4 is based around emotions that are fairly easy to manipulate. There's three combining problems that I've noticed that I put as separate points, but could really be the one problem of relying on the emotion system far too much. So problem one is overly simplistic emotion system. Decoration can overpower death. I was trying to kill my Sims really intently, and it was super hard to do actually. But if you can see, I have a playful decor. I am not using self-drawn pictures, which actually makes doing this much easier. I just unlocked a whole bunch of career rewards and placed them around the room. Well, the guy that gets the widower, sad moodlet, does not have the decoration overpower his sadness because he has two sad moodlets versus just decoration. I could still overpower it, but it would require actually painting pictures. But his brother, that is just upset about the death, is perfectly playful right now. So the moment you get to earn out of the place, it doesn't know any better. As long as he doesn't leave that room or go anywhere without a strong emotional aura, he will just be very playful. He will not remember the Sim that just died. His wife, that's in the other room, that could not see the Sim dying, does not even know that a Sim has died. AKA, no sad moodlet for her at all. She's very happy right now. Relationship level means nothing to autonomy. I made my two brothers very angry with each other. I left them in the room. One of them is hot-headed. I was trying to get them to autonomously fight. Wasn't happening. Both decided to just continuously play on their phones, and one of them repeatedly tried to eat fruitcake. When I took the fruitcake away, he too joined in on repeatedly playing with his phone. Despite the fact that he has a hot-headed trait and that he has an enemy in the room, he will have absolutely no reaction to this enemy in the room because, quite simply, AI in The Sims 4 is very primitive. Traits also mean nothing compared to the decor, and we see this with the hot-headed trait. It's not influencing my Sim to do anything. What it would do is it would give them the angry moodlet at some point. But as long as you have other moodlets around them, which can be accomplished very easily with auras, that will get overridden, meaning that majority of the traits in-game do absolutely, literally nothing, and it do not distinctify your Sims at all. No event compatibility awareness. Once again, I couldn't get footage of this because no events happened, but if events do happen, the game ignores literally everything about who's inviting you to the event. Until recently, it has been patched, I'll give EA that. Your adult Sim could invite a child to a date. Literally to a date. Now it takes age into account, but takes nothing else into the account, so you will have enemies inviting you for, friendly stuff, because that makes perfect sense. So, progressing from there, there's lack of registering events in total. Now, they did start to register where your Sim is upon switching to them, which is great. That is progress, at least somewhere. But let's say you see them buy an item in a one of those geeky event things that are happening, or something city living stuff, or you see them have a baby and Get to Work, or you see their house being robbed in Get to Work, or literally any other event that can take use of your sim. If you switch to them, that's not happening. If they were sick, they're no longer sick. If their dog was sick, their dog is no longer sick. There's literally simply no registration of any of that happening. We're just a bit too primitive for that, which actually creates this very odd feeling that there was even a post on the forums talking about this, that really you're playing as if you're living in a TV show. Everything is just a set piece for your character. Therefore, if you switch to them, they do not matter. They did not matter at all in whatever has happened in your character's story, because they weren't really there. They were just a set piece. So that combines all of the interaction issues. There's two more issues that I have. One is convenience in favor of realism, and I know that some people will disagree, but I really do not like that I can just buy food out of my refrigerator. I do not like the fact that I own all the outfits in my wardrobe, and that I can change my haircut while looking in the mirror. And sure, it's very convenient, but I would like to at least have an option of simulating going to a clothes store or simulating going to a food store. But that has been taken out of the game entirely, because you have everything in your wardrobe and your fridge. Why would you want to play this? Well, I don't know, maybe because it's a life simulation game, so I would actually like to simulate those events. And the last point being that, just for me, I'm gonna give it this. The Sims 4 is harder than The Sims 3. But in The Sims 3, to compensate for very slow mood decay, there were more things to do. But in general, for me, The Sims 4 is too easy. Points where it is actually difficult is it's difficult to climb career steps. And it's difficult maxing out all the good traits for your children, if we're assuming that you're playing on normal or short time span. However, I was trying to kill off my sim, and I resorted to cheating a lot, because when I just set the time going, throughout the day, their mood in majority of the things declined very little. Sure, they got very hungry, but they can just fill that hunger up really easily if you allow them to. And they peed themselves a few times, but other than that, all of their mood decay was really small. And some people would be like, yeah, but try playing 3 toddlers at the same time. I did. I was trying to do 100 baby challenge, and the only thing that happens is that your day slows down so much, but it doesn't really get harder. And I know that to some people this game would be hard, but I would say turn The Sims 1 or The Sims 2 back on and see what I kind of got used to. But at the same time, what I got used to had an element of game in it. I actually had to play the game rather than look at it as a desktop wallpaper, which kind of feels a little bit like what later iterations did. It is completely fine if you disagree with me, but these are just my opinions, and well, that's why it's called How The Sims 4 Failed Me. It didn't fail as a game, it's just that I'm no longer the core audience. That's kind of the main deal of these videos, so see you in the next one, I guess, and thank you for watching this one.